Welcome, welcome. My name is Marie Rake, and I'm a professional development manager with HireQuest, serving our MRI network and Snelling offices. Today, we're going to be discussing nailing your next interview with some of the supplementary tips and strategies to help you show up and be your best as you pursue next steps in your career. We know that interviews are high-stakes scenarios. We all feel that. And our goal is really for you to walk away today with some actionable steps to show up and be your best self. We're going to break this into two separate groups of thought, one being pre-interview advice and the secondary being post-interview advice. So from a pre-interview advice perspective, our number one recommendation would really be just to do your research on the company, its mission, its values, and recent news. Going beyond just glancing at the company website, dig into press releases, industry news articles that mention this company or business leaders that are now part of the company, as well as social media channels. Understanding the organization's mission statement, vision, and core values so that you can weave them naturally into your answers, identifying recent achievements, new product launches, leadership changes, or major business moves, as these topics can help you demonstrate genuine interest and relevance during your actual interview conversation. Our second recommendation would be to review the job description and align your qualifications with those particular requirements. Reading the job posting carefully and paying attention to both required and preferred qualifications will give you a competitive advantage. Match each responsibility or requirement with examples from your own experience. This can help you speak confidently about how your skills don't just align with the role, but ensure that you address the employer's needs directly in your responses, both their current needs and their long-term needs for this particular position. I would also prepare specific examples demonstrating your skills and achievements. You can utilize the STAR method here, which is situation, task, action, and result, and craft 3 to 5 strong, concise stories that highlight your relevant experience, problem-solving abilities, and measurable results. Be ready to adapt these examples to fit different questions, from teamwork to leadership to overcoming challenges. I would also look to anticipate common interview questions and practice those responses. Expect your traditional questions like tell me about yourself, as well as behavioral ones such as describe a time where you've handled conflict at work, and reshare your answers out loud to make them sound a little bit more natural rather than scripted. This preparation helps you stay calm and organized, even if the interviewer throws an unexpected curveball question. Prepare thoughtful questions to ask the interview about the role and the company. I would recommend that you come with at least 3 to 5 well-researched questions that show that you've done your homework and are genuinely curious about the position. These might include asking the team about their structure, success metrics, growth opportunities, or how the company has adapted to recent industry changes. Avoid questions that are easily answered by the website and aim for the ones with deeper insight. I would plan your attire, ensuring it is professional and appropriate for your company culture. Your clothing really should align with both the role and the company environment. For more traditional industries, lean towards business formal. For creative or startup settings, business casual may be more appropriate. And when in doubt, it's better to be slightly overdressed than it is to be underdressed. I would recommend gathering necessary documents, your resume, your references, and putting together your portfolio, as well as confirming logistics prior to going to the interview. Print out multiple copies of your resume on quality paper and have your reference list ready. If relevant, bring a professional portfolio showcasing your work. For virtual interviews, I would test your technology, your camera, your lighting in advance to avoid any last-minute hiccups. Still on the topic of pre-interview advice and tips, I would also practice confident body language. Smile, eye contact, and a firm handshake are very helpful. Your body language communicates as much as your words do. So maintaining good posture, offering a firm but not overpowering handshake, and make regular eye contact to show attentiveness and sincerity. Smile naturally to project warmth and approachability, which helps build rapport quickly with your interview. Our recommendation is to arrive around 10 to 15 minutes early to allow for any unexpected delays and compose yourself. This buffer really shows punctuality and reliability while giving you time to settle your nerves, review your notes, and observe the company environment. Avoid arriving too early, though, as it can be an inconvenience to your interview. So if you do show up that 30 minutes early, just hang out for 15 in the car. Bring multiple copies of your resume, your notepad, and your pen. Having these materials ready ensures that you're prepared if multiple interviewers are present or if someone needs a fresh copy of your resume. A notepad and a pen allow you to jot down important points or questions, demonstrating attentiveness and engagement. Silence your phone and avoid any potential distractions. A ringing phone or notification can break the flow of conversation and make you appear unprepared, even though you're just disrupted. So as best practice, turn your phone completely off or put it in airplane mode to prevent interruptions. I'd recommend showing enthusiasm and genuine interest in the opportunity. Employers really want to hire candidates who are excited about the various roles. Express energy in your tone, smile often, and reference specific aspects of the company or job that genuinely appeal to you and your long-term goals. Listen actively and ask for clarification if needed. Demonstrating engagement by nodding, paraphrasing key points, and asking follow-up questions is helpful. If something isn't clear, politely request clarification. It shows that you value accuracy and are truly listening. And last but not least, I would recommend closing the interview by expressing your interest and inquiring about next steps with the role. Reiterate why you're excited about the role. Briefly highlight your key strengths and where they might play well within the organization. Thank the interviewer for their time and politely ask about expected timeline for next steps so you leave with clear understanding of what to expect. Now let's get into post-interview advice and tips. I would take notes on key points discussed and your overall impressions. As soon as possible after the interview, jot down those main topics covered if you haven't been writing them down actively, names of the people you met, and any insights you gained about the role or the company. This will help you personalize follow-ups and prepare for possible future interviews within the same organization, so we're not asking repetitive questions. Also, reflect on your performance, noting areas of strength and also areas of improvement. Think critically about what went well, such as strong answers or rapport, and where you could improve, and use this self-assessment to adjust your preparation for future interviews. Send a personalized thank you email or letter within 24 hours to each person who interviewed you. Your message should be warm, concise, and specific. Reference something you discussed and reiterate your enthusiasm for the role. Sending it promptly reinforces your professionalism and interest. I would also reiterate your interest in the position and highlight key qualifications. Briefly restate why you're excited about the opportunity and connect these excitement points back to your skills and experience to the company needs. This helps keep you top of mind with the decision makers. I would also provide any additional information or materials requested during the interview. If the interviewer has asked for work samples, references, a case study, or clarification on something discussed, send it promptly in an organized format. Follow up with your recruiter to share your experience and to share your feedback. If you are working with a recruiter, I would absolutely debrief with them on how the interview went, the tone of the conversation, and any concerns or follow-up items that may be outstanding. They can typically provide valuable feedback or advocate for you within the organization. I would also keep your recruiter informed of any other interview invitations or offers received. Sharing those updates on your job search helps your recruiter manage timing, negotiate offers, and ensure that you don't miss out on the best possible outcome for your career. On that note, I would recommend being patient and respectful of the hiring timeline communicated by the company or by your respective recruiter. Hiring processes often take longer than expected due to internal approvals, scheduling, or budget considerations. So I would recommend avoiding excessive follow-ups that may come across as pushy. Instead, follow the timeline discussed and send polite check-ins if needed. Continue researching the company as well, preparing for future interactions. Even after that interview, keep learning about the organization, the latest developments, and the industry as a whole. This ensures that you're ready for additional interviews, networking opportunities, or future openings within the same company. Maintain a positive attitude and focus on your career goals. Job searches can be lengthy and challenging. Stay focused on the bigger picture and your long-term objectives rather than getting discouraged by delays or rejections. If using a recruiter, stay in touch with them and provide updates on your job search. Your recruiter can be an advocate for you, but only if they're informed about your progress, other interviews, or changes to your availability. Regular communication keeps you aligned on strategy. If you are not selected, request feedback and maintain a professional relationship. Rejection truly is an opportunity to grow. If possible, ask for constructive feedback in a professional and appreciative manner. Maintain contact with the company or the recruiter. You never know when another opportunity may arise. And lastly, use each interview experience as a learning opportunity to really refine your skills and approach when it comes to interviewing. Reflect on your preparation, your delivery, and your ability to connect with the interviewers, and adjust your techniques and messaging so that you continually improve for future opportunities. As Lindsay Pollock once said, the interview is not just about showcasing your skills and experience, it's also about building a relationship. Preparation before the interview and follow-up after the interview are crucial to making a lasting impression and securing the opportunity. Thank you so much for your participation today. If you'd like to learn more about open opportunities, please reach out to a recruiter who specializes in your industry.